Yo, my friends, welcome back to Frog Boy X1 Gaming and Tech Reviews. I'm Andrew, and today we are doing another one of them late night streams. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I figured I'd hang out with you guys for a little while because tomorrow I'm going to be cutting out my basement floor and doing some much needed, what's that stuff called again? Plumbing work. So, yeah, tomorrow's going to be a little bit busy. I'm hopefully I can get it done tomorrow because it's Friday and that's technically a work day. So hopefully I can get it done tomorrow. But I got to cut out the bathroom floor and replace a bunch of. Wait, didn't I just have a drink? I could have sworn I had a drink. Oh, there it is. There it is. So yeah, I've got some hard work ahead of me tomorrow. I got to cut the floor, then use a sledgehammer. Yeah, not looking forward to it. It's been a tough week already. Everything at work keeps breaking down. So it's just been quite challenging. Ugh. So let's talk about this because I've been seeing on like the PlayStation, like the hate towards PlayStation right now is truly epic. I never thought in a million years I would see the hate so strong for PlayStation over freaking physical media. Look, I feel like most of it is legit just overblown, to be completely honest with you. I do feel like most people are going to fall in line. Um, GTA 6 is absolutely going to usher that in. I feel like a lot of people are going to fall in line, but look, PC is absolutely an option for those that feel like, you've given your everything to PlayStation, and now this is what they want to do to you, taking away your ability to essentially buy and sell and trade your games, when you want to. Look, if you're going to be forced into digital only, I really do feel like PC is the safest place for, investing in digital media. And because let's face it, a lot of you guys are not going to give up gaming. I wouldn't give up gaming. And so I know that, like, deep down in my core, giving up gaming over something like digital media is not going to happen. But if you're older and you've got more disposable income and you've been playing games for a long time, PC is a very logical step for you to take in this day and age, especially if you want to be able to maintain, ownership of your games. Because look, while I don't agree with it, while I don't agree with it, selling the seven C's is a possibility on PC. It just is. And you know, there's also mods and stuff that you can use to work around, games being locked to online and stuff like that. So there's plenty of options, if you've been on PlayStation for a long time, like your whole life. I mean, I've bought in every single PlayStation platform, every Xbox platform. I've invested tons of money in digital software on those systems. And now I'm on PC and I'm buying a lot of the same games I already own because I enjoy playing those games still. Whether they're brand new or older games, like I still enjoy playing those games. And Xbox is really, they just brought out four games that are essentially original Xbox games and made them so they are playable on PC as well. And so, look, I know it's a good gesture for Xbox to do something like that, but unless they're going to do their whole freaking catalog that way, it's just another one of those things that's like, hey, look what we can do. We got these four games, and unless third party games and stuff like that are going to support it, I really do feel like Xbox is trying to essentially convince third party developers to start doing stuff like that. You just had Ubisoft announce that a lot of games are coming to like the Xbox store. You just had, some other games, toting that what was it? Like, I just saw Hell is Us. got an update and is now touting that it's on the Xbox or the Microsoft, yeah, the Xbox store on PC, Xbox PC store. So I mean, third party developers are definitely are getting in line with this. I feel like a lot of third party developers are gonna eventually, capitulate and cave to Xbox. Frame Rate X made a short about you titled AMD has better colors. Watch it. I don't care about that guy. I don't give him any. There's no net. There's no sense in me giving him any time. I don't have enough time for him. Thank you, Bobby. Hooking everybody up. Pretty soon we're gonna have 1,000 members. 1,000. But I look at what Xbox has done and what they're doing and what they're trying to create. And yeah, look at PlayStation, what they're trying to do and what they're trying to create. Yeah, Frame Rate X is a loser. If he would just be nice and stop saying mean and hurtful things about me, I would unblock him. He's my number one fan, bro. Frame Rate X is my number one fan. Alert. Thank Luke. Thank you, Luke. I got you as a showcase on my sides. I saw that. I saw that. AMD color science is I don't know if it's a science, man, but it's like when I turn on my AMD, it looks incredible. The colors look absolutely popping. When I turn on my Nvidia, I'm like, all right, cool. It looks great, whatever. I mean, dude, Frame Rate X is a weirdo, bro. I mean, it's like, bro, go buy an RTX 5090 and then maybe we can talk again. Oh, he's just weird, bro. He's like legit like angry fanboy. Dude, we were like live streaming one night and bro sent me a text on my phone. I was like, "Oh my gosh, dude, how did this weirdo even get my phone number?" He's like legit stalker crazy, bro. He says I'm a fanboy. Yeah, I own both of them and say nice things about both of them. And he refuses to even buy an AMD. That's why I blocked him. That's the whole reason I blocked him is because he refuses to buy AMD and give it a fair shot and try it, like I do with Nvidia. So I don't take him seriously. He has zero credibility in my eyes unless he's willing to own and try both. I have zero freaking I have yeah, I don't have any time for him. Is the 1590 worth twice the price? Absolutely not. No, the 5090 is definitely not worth twice the price, bro. The 5090, Luke, is a developer card, plain and simple. All you really need is like the max I would recommend anybody buying is maybe a 5080, but the 5080, there's such a premium cost to that card that it's hard to justify that expenditure over 5070 Ti and 9070 XT. 9070 XT 50 and 5070 Ti are legitimately all you really need to enjoy gaming. Yeah, so it is definitely hard, but if you've got the money and you're like, damn, dude, I want to build an incredible build, and you're like, I want to spend some money, I want the shit to look good, get yourself a 5080 Astral. That card is beautiful. It's the exact same size as the RTX 5090. And it would look, that build would be incredible. Maybe get yourself, my two favorite Nvidia looking cards. These are my two favorite. The MSI Gaming Trio. I love the aesthetic of that card. So I bought that as my 5090, and the Astral, the 5080 Astral. Beautiful card, beautiful card. I just was not willing to pay $3,000 for a 5090. I just wasn't willing to pay that. I was, it was my first 90 class card, that I bought brand new. So I was like, okay, I want to see it. This is I said at the beginning of the generation, $2,500 was my max that I was willing to pay. The MSI Gaming Trio came in at $2,399. I figured, okay, let's do it. $200 later tax, $2,600. Okay, that was what I was willing to pay for it. I was willing to pay $2,500 for a 5090 MSRP, and that's what I got. Have I seen Moore's Law? I don't watch that guy anymore, my friend. I don't watch him 6 hybrid just because of the fact that he puts out these leaks and rumors, and then when AMD is unable to accommodate that, then everybody just treats AMD like they're garbage because they didn't do what bro said they were gonna do. So I just don't watch him. I don't watch him. Ooh, 5080. I mean, honestly, if you really just want good bang for your buck, 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte, 9060 XT 16 gigabyte, both of those cards are more than capable of doing everything you need to do. And they're really good performance. I would just recommend, like a 1440p monitor and then just have fun. Like if you really need a budget build, 8 gigabyte GPUs and 1080p, more than sufficient. I just got done. I got a video coming out tonight. I was playing the new Halo Combat Evolved or Campaign Evolved, and I turned that shit to low settings on my 9070 XT and 7900 XTX, and I'm like, bruh, this game looks incredible on low settings. That's my biggest pet peeve with UE5. I don't the performance the performance hit that you take for running UE5 at max settings versus what the games actually look like at low settings. I think that low settings on UE5 look absolutely phenomenal. I do. I think they look incredible. I think the performance is good. The stability of your games is good. And so when I see people freaking out about UE5 being unoptimized trash, I'm just like, yeah, play these games at low settings, man. Like the max settings on UE5 just absolutely make no sense. You look at it side by side and you're just like, does this shit even really look that much better than low settings? I mean, honestly, the biggest thing that I would increase on low settings with Halo is the vegetation. The vegetation takes a little bit of hit on low settings. Just throw that at maxed out, and it looks incredible. It looks incredible. The only problem with AMD is they're a day late and a dollar short when it comes to the release of. See, that doesn't even really matter though. By the time you actually finally get the like take for instance 7900 XTX, we barely just got FSR 4 just a couple of months ago. Like the end of last month, and bro, like it is absolutely made that card incredible again to a point where it's like, holy shit, this is badass. It doesn't matter if they're late. Honestly, if you're an AMD person, most of the time, like you buy AMD because you are trying to save money or you're trying to get extra VRAM in a certain spot. You're buying into AMD for specific reasons in the first place. You let's just be real. You're not buying AMD because it is the latest and greatest, top of the line, bleeding edge hardware. Like you're not buying AMD for that reason. And to consistently be negative about AMD because it doesn't do that, they never promised to do that. They're pretty upfront with what they're trying to do and what they are. They're not trying to fill you full of like, oh yeah, this is we're doing DLSS 5 and it's going to have this and that and all these other features. You're not buying AMD because of that. You're buying AMD for specific reasons. Either you're trying to save money, you want more VRAM, you're trying to get more bang for your buck. That's the reason you're buying AMD. Okay. If you're buying NVIDIA, you're buying NVIDIA because you want that shit day one, and you're perfectly fine with that. You're not buying AMD to try to compete with NVIDIA because they don't. They're not a competitor with NVIDIA. I mean, they are a competitor with NVIDIA, but AMD's main GPU business is consoles. Okay. And so everything that AMD creates for consoles, and now that we're the only reason AMD is even pulling ahead in stuff like FSR 4 and all of that stuff is because PlayStation. If PlayStation wasn't there collaborating with Amethyst to build out FSR4 and PSSR, I don't think AMD would. I don't even think AMD would be on the level that they're on right now. I think that AMD would still be, in terms of like their their products would still be massively behind. But the collaboration with PlayStation in building out FSR4 and PSSR has put AMD in like damn near very close to what like DLSS 5 is impressive, and I like the way it looks and what they're doing with that. And FSR4 is just incredible. Like it is an incredible freaking tech. And yeah, they're definitely behind, but you're not buying that for you're not buying AMD because it's got the latest and greatest. So yeah, that to me never makes sense that people complain about that. It's just because like what you're getting with that. Do I ever game on TVs or just I every once in a while I play the Xbox Series X on the TV, but I stick with monitors now. It's really exaggerated. AMD has most features. It really does. AMD has all the features you need, and by the time you actually get the features, you appreciate them more because it just saved you a shitload more money because you don't got to upgrade. I love my PS5 Pro console, and believe me, I don't need a PC to get the latest graphics. I feel no, PS5 Pro is absolutely on par with mid-range PCs from the last couple of generations. I if you've got a PS5 Pro and you're rocking PSSR2 on a 4K display, you should be quite satisfied with the experience that you have. I don't see any reason why you would feel any need to upgrade to anything. Like PS5 Pro is more than sufficient. Forza gaming, I agree with you. Yeah, PS5 Pro. Honestly, if I had a PS5 Pro before going to PC, I could easily tell you that there's no way in hell you would have convinced me that PC was worth the money over a PS5 Pro. Like there's no way you would be able to convince me that. They price their cards way too high. No, I think their cards are absolutely priced more than fair. I feel like the experience that you get from AMD is more than sufficient for the price that they charge you on their cards. And I've bought in multiple AMD cards and I've bought in multiple NVIDIA cards. If NVIDIA cards are worth the price that they are due to the feature set that they have, then absolutely AMD prices their cards very fair. AMD has to pay the same amount of money for chips and memory and all that stuff as Nvidia does. So yeah, and AMD has to make money too, and I feel like they deliver a solid product for the price that they charge. PS5 Pro is definitely a way to go, not the way, a way. It is a way to go. They have ray tracing frame gen and their CPUs. They could corner the market by undercutting their. I think you should. I think AMD's more. I think you should watch their APUs a lot closer in the coming generations because I think that's where AMD is going to really start to grow that platform. Yeah, discrete GPUs are one thing, but I think that you're going to start seeing more of an APU push from AMD, system on a chip type deal, handhelds, console like Xbox type deal. After seeing what PS5 Pro can do, I'm absolutely, dude. I could see like entry level PCs and mid range PCs becoming APUs and still delivering an incredible experience. I've had friends swear the PS5 is awesome. Hop over to PC and be like, "Dang, I was wrong." Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Like if you go PC after PS5, bro, like yeah, but PS5 Pro is a little bit different, John Doe. Yeah, a big problem with UE5 is the performance hit for software versus ratio. Yeah, honestly, I agree. I don't even think it's really necessary. I think the Unreal Engine low settings looks absolutely fire. The NVIDIA customers, they have to do something drastic to turn the market. No, they don't. No, they don't. AMD just needs to keep doing what they're doing, bro. Like Their CPUs are doing very well. Their APUs are starting to take off. Data centers starting to get, I mean, even 9070X, even RDNA 4 is doing very well. They don't need to take the market from Nvidia, bro. They really don't. They just need to sell enough. And the more people that buy AMD, the happy, like they generally come away pretty happy. Like, yeah, they'll have their nitpicks and their stuff like that, but most of them generally come away feeling like, damn, dude, I guarantee it. I guarantee at least if you buy an AMD card, you won't look at Nvidia the same way anymore in terms of like, oh man, like you won't be as googly eyed for Nvidia, thinking that like they're just ultimately the best. You'll start to have more of a you'll have a different perspective. That's like, okay, maybe I can get away with doing AMD. They're catching up with Nvidia for AI. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. AMD's architecture is actually better suited for AI than Nvidia's. The wave front that AMD builds out in their cards is definitely more suited for AI and could push it. But the biggest thing is they've got to translate CUDA, and so that kind of slows it down. But apps that are actually written for AMD run better and faster. Just wish more games had ray regeneration support in games with ray tracing. Yeah. Like next year, that's why I haven't bought a PS5 Pro yet. Honestly, bro, it's going to be so hard to get a PS6 at launch. Even if that thing comes out of $1,500, bro, it is going to be impossible to get one for the first year without being scalped. Only way I see myself buying the PS5 Pro is if the PS6 doesn't come out before GTA 6. So you're buying a PS5 Pro then, right? PS6 is not coming out before GTA 6. I usually play on a 32-inch monitor. I play on 32-inch 4K or 3440 by 1440 on my 39-inch. Did you see the showcase I did for you? I have not just yet. 1440p 27-inch. Always been a console only, sadly. I'm so lost when it comes to PC. You don't have to be lost when it comes to PC. Honestly, get yourself a good pre-built. Honestly, man, you don't understand that like getting your first PC as a pre-built is a rites of passage. Now, look, everybody's going to tell you to build it yourself. If you're lost and you're coming from console, get a pre-built. It's got training wheels. It'll have programs already set up there. Like if you go out and you buy like say an Asus pre-built, you're going to have Armory Crate already installed, and Armory Crate is going to check your thing and make sure all your drivers and shit are updated. You just go in there and you just hit the thing and it updates all of it. Like those training wheels are pretty good. And, just depending on who you buy your pre-built from, you're going to be able to get like a good system. Like a lot of people tell you, oh yeah, it's bloatware and stuff like that. But look, if you don't know what the hell you're doing, is it losing a couple of frames really going to matter that much when you're already getting significantly more performance than you ever were on a console? No, it's not going to matter. But while you're there and you're learning the ins and outs of PC, you will get smarter, you will gain skills, you will start to understand things. And then, yes, you'll consume a lot of YouTube with a lot of freaking people telling you, oh man, Windows is trash and you got to get rid of this app and that app and this app. That's why you need to worry about your experience. If your experience is good, if it's not broke, don't fix it yet. Wait until you learn and understand things. If you jump on YouTube and you try to enact every single rage bait, clickbait garbage that you hear from every clickbait YouTuber out there trying to convince you that something sucks because they need clicks, bro, you're going to destroy your PC experience pretty fast. And then you're going to think it's garbage. But if you just get on it and you just play your games and you just enjoy it, the pre-built for what it is, bro, you're going to be so happy. You're going to be happy. Like, think about it. Are you always on your PlayStation or Xbox trying to like download mods or do this or do that because some weirdo said that something sucks. No, because it's a curated experience. For the most part, if you buy from good manufacturers for pre-builds, you're going to get a pretty decent curated experience too. Oh yeah, John Doe. Honestly, man, the those APUs and those SoCs are going to be great. My butter smooth land coffee mug will be here delivered to me on my birthday. Nice. Happy birthday, Bobby. Sucks. Martin, what's up, buddy? Mr. Kings. LOL. Finally, all my parts arrived. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Take your time. Honestly, take your time. 23 or Mr. Kings. Yeah, bro. Just take your time and enjoy it. Honestly, dude, I've built every PC except for my first one under duress, like trying to live stream or do a video. And it just sucks, man, because it's like you're worried about like time, you're worried about this, you're worried about your camera overheating and stupid shit like that. And it's like the next PC I build, I'm not building it like on camera. I'm gonna sit back, I'm gonna build it, just relax and have fun. Cornbread man, what's up, buddy? Well, yeah, dude, it's click heavy right now. That's the only reason they're hating on it is because they're getting clicks, bro. As soon as the clicks dry up, nobody's gonna care. As soon as, dude, nobody's gonna care. I mean, like Dreamcast guy can put all the little mad face X PlayStation's dead videos he wants, and still not gonna move the needle. Adds so little, yeah, dude. Sometimes it's not worth the hit. I mean, honestly, that's why I've always said if you've got like a 5090, max it out and have fun. PS5 Pro is a solid build. Honestly, guys, it really is. Like, it's not bad for $900 compared to like PC right now. It's like, woof, woof. 9700X and 9070 XT, like a 270K or in a 5080 from this gen were the best builds. 9800 X3 is nice, but really, who is playing at 1080p? Absolutely nobody. That's honestly, John Doe. That's why I bought a 9700X for my sim racing rig, is because, dude, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm not playing at 1080p. PS6 should come out in 2027, yeah, but it might be a year or two before you can actually get one at cost. PS6 won't be more powerful than a 9060 XT. I think it will be. And even if it's only a 9060 XT with like a 256-bit bus, 32 gigs of VRAM, or 24 to 32 gigs, it would still be good. Black Flag with RTGI off looks really flat. Oh, really? I would say that for a first PC, get a pre-built AM5 system for under 15. Oh, absolutely, man. If you can get an AM5 system for under 15, yeah, because you can always upgrade it. You can always upgrade it, new motherboard, whatever. Honestly, if you do buy a pre-built and you're going to upgrade your motherboard, make sure you get the same motherboard manufacturer. So that way, when you do like switch your SSD over, like it's a little bit easier to like, just convert it or whatever without having to reinstall Windows. I mean, most people say reinstall Windows, but if you can get by without messing, I mean, usually Windows, AM5 and Windows is actually pretty smart. Like people don't give it a lot of credit, because it does kind of just boot over and fix and do a lot of things. My sim racing PC had an MSI board in it, and I just swapped it right over to an Asus board, and it worked just fine. Right now is a pretty rough time to build. It is pretty rough. Can you do it? Yes. Is it worth it in the end? Yeah, dude. If you're keeping it for a long time, yeah, it's probably fine. I think people make a pretty big deal about like storage is probably the RAM is one thing. Storage is probably my biggest pet peeve because I buy all my games digitally, and storage you kind of need storage to be cheap so that you can store all the games that you buy, so that you have, so that you can play what you're buying. Store I'm more upset about storage being expensive, now that I come to think about it, than I am memory. Memory is a one-time purchase, but storage is like, I buy a lot of storage. Well, at least I bought a lot of storage. And now it's like, shit, dude, if I wanted an 8 terabyte SSD, I'm like, man, that shit's like over $1,000. Like a 4 terabyte is like $600. And I'm like, that's what I buy normally is 4 terabytes. What I guarantee it, dude. If prices ever go back down to where 8 terabyte SSDs are $400, I'm gonna buy like four of them, like immediately. I'm gonna buy like four of them. When you get into it as a hobby and you start learning, like a pre-built, honestly, it, I really wish that people would stop giving people bad information like that, Dave. Like a pre-built coming from a console is absolutely perfect. Perfect. Like trying to get somebody to go I mean, right from a console to building their own PC. Does that really make sense? Most people these days can't even turn a fucking screwdriver. Like legitimately. Like I get it that you can do it, but we're talking about people that have been playing PC or PS5 or Xbox, like plug and play systems for a very long time. And now you're telling them to, yeah, go out and buy your own stuff. Like those people are more damaging to the PC platform than anything. Trying to like make people feel bad for not doing it. I would legit go out if I didn't feel like building my own PC tomorrow. I would legit go out and build. I would go buy a pre-built tomorrow if I wanted to upgrade and I didn't feel like building it. I don't have a problem buying pre-builts. The good thing is the more experience you get with PC, the better you are looking at the stuff that you're going to buy. You look at the things. Me personally, I look at the CPU and the GPU, and that's all. And the RAM. That's what matters to me. If it meets my selection of what I want, because I know I can go and buy a better board and upgrade it. I know I can. The first thing I do with a pre-built is I'm gonna rip out the PSU and I'm gonna put a good one in there. Like if the cooling, I'm maybe I rip out the cooling. Yeah, I mean teaching your kids how to do it, but we're talking about people on a YouTube channel that are coming from console and they want to get into it, but then they got people that are telling them, "Oh man, no, you got to build it yourself" and all that crap. And it's like, why do you think it's so hard for people to want to change, bro? And why do you think console gamers come up with these stupid ass freaking like reasons why they would never go to PC and shit? It's because people drive them crazy with that whole "you got to build it yourself" blah 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 crap. No, man. People need to start respecting. Like you can save more money buying a pre-built right now than you can going out and buying your own or building your own. Honestly, Luke, if you look at DDR5, it's really good memory. Even like even like a higher latency kits aren't that bad. Aren't that bad. They actually run pretty good. Like the difference in performance that I get from a CL38 versus a CL28, it's marginal. You know what I mean? Like marginal. Like we're not even talking like massive percentage. Yes, lower latency kits you'll be able to program or like tune a little bit better, but you can still tune like the other ones too if you really want to get into stuff. Like AM5 is a very very performant platform. It is very good. Oh man, everyone I've built has been under duress. I like building PCs, but I hate doing it on camera. I hate doing it on camera. It just sucks, man, because I feel like I'm rushing and stuff when obviously because I'm like really like calm and stuff. Like I can sit and work on stuff, and like be like really, what's it called? Like I mean, I can sit and work on stuff and be like really into it and stuff, but like on camera, like I my focus is not where it needs to be. 200 CPUs and 100 GPUs in my house. Gosh dang. What the freak are you doing, Jay Beers? Sell some of that. Get yourself a nice 5090 build. PSX coming out next year is unnecessary. Yeah, I know it's unnecessary, but obviously to move things forward, they have to do it. Good morning from your perspective. Oh, nice. Any lag issues with turning on frame generation? Oh, absolutely not, dude. It feels incredible. Bro, it feels so good with frame gen. That's frame gen is not your frame generation is not your enemy. It's not your enemy. It's not here to hurt you in any way. It's actually here to make your freaking experience so much better. I'm going to start getting behind in this freaking in this chat. Let's see. Sony and Xbox talking about delaying next gen consoles. I don't know why. Just put them out. Let people pay for them. The sooner you get it, the more you enjoy it. The faster it pays itself off. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. Yes, if they're expensive, it is what it is, but you're gonna pay for it over and over. Giving it away, but was a good solid card. Nice. Got a PS5 in the first week of release. I'm hoping I didn't get mine till March. I didn't get my PS5 till March. Thank you, John Doe. I do try to keep it real. 32 gigs of RAM, 11 storage build I'm doing is costing $1,100 without a GPU. It's not bad. 1 terabyte. Oh, 1 terabyte storage. See, but why? Just buy what you need, Dave's. That's the thing, man. If like, why? I wouldn't even try. I mean, like I could, 32 gigs of RAM, but one terabyte of storage. As many games as I play, like 4 terabytes is my minimum. 4 terabytes is my minimum. You know, I wouldn't even waste my time with the one with the 1 terabyte. Like if I'm building a rig, it's gonna have four terabytes of storage. It's gonna have 32 gigs of RAM. The only thing that I would skimp on is the latency right now. That's the only thing that I would skimp on is the latency on my RAM. Like I would be okay with 36 or 38. CL 36 or 38. My build I just bought 9070 at Reaper, 2 terabyte, 670, 1300, including case, cooler, and PSU. Nice, bro. See, that's not bad. Bro, I'm a long-time console user, but in 2016 I jumped in blind into building my own system, and it was very fun. Yeah, I get that. Some people, like I said, not everybody can use a screwdriver. If you can use a screwdriver and you know how to build stuff, okay, take your chance on building a PC, man. If not, like if you're looking for that plug and play experience, it's still there even on PC. It was a 10400F and a 3060. Mine was a 3060 Ti. My first was a 3060 Ti. And then I upgraded to a 3080. But yeah, super solid system and better than a console. Oh yeah, absolutely, bro. Even the 3060 Ti was better than the Series X and the PS5. Pre-built is a trap. It's for moms and grandmas. Okay, you're right. But everybody's got to start somewhere. You got to learn to walk before you can run. But a smooth line on DLSS 5. I'm excited. Oh, absolutely, man. DLSS 5 looks very cool now. I just think it's funny how all the grifters came out being like, and now look, it's going to be incredible. Build them, bought them. Yeah, dude. Most pre-builts are actually pretty decent. It was as scary as it was worth it. Well, I get that, Dave. I think building a PC is absolutely a good skill. But honestly, if you don't want to learn just right now and you just want to get in, some people just want to get in, man, and see they got to see to believe. Because I mean, think about it. You're already spending significantly more for a PC than a console. So yeah, you got to get in there and see what's going on, bro. And then once you fully understand and realize, oh my gosh, PC, then you start being like, okay, maybe I do want to build my own. Maybe next time I want to save money and get better parts so I can get a better system. You know what I mean? Because like, let's just be real. Your first PC is just that. It's your first PC. You will upgrade. I mean, look at Doc Dark. He's already upgraded. He's already starting to dabble in trying to build a PC. He's already swapping out parts. He's already put himself in a different category from his pre-built PC. That's what I'm saying. Like pre-built, that's just your first PC, man. That's your training wheels. That's where you go to learn. That's like your first console, and then you keep buying them. That, my friends, is yeah, dude. Do not. I wish people would quit kicking pre-builts, bro. Pre-builts, give them a reason. Obviously, I hate to say it, but maybe you do have a problem with the pre-built, okay? A little bit down the road, and you got to fix something. You got to upgrade it. You got to, you know what I mean? One way or another, you're going to start learning if you buy a pre-built or not. You know what I mean? Like you're going to start learning. Maybe you do what every console gamer does when they go to PC and you try cheaping out. And then bam, it bites you in the ass. Can we temporarily respect each other? um, Joloba Lay? I don't think so. No. The Nvidia bros are always gonna, look down at the peasants, and the peasants are always gonna look up to the master race. You know what the funny thing is like pricing is so much different when you become an actual like PC enthusiast. Price is not the biggest issue. Price is not the biggest issue. Let's be real. Let's be real. I mean, there's people out there right now paying $5,000 for 5090s, and they're like, "This is the best thing I've ever gotten in my life." Frame gen fan, if you're hitting, oh yeah, dude, absolutely, man. Frame generation is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Get it faster, it pays itself off. Build my system. Yeah, exactly, bro. The faster you get it, the sooner, like the more you enjoy it, the more time you get with it, bro. Like seriously, if you buy a console at the end of the generation and then you feel like you got to upgrade immediately to the next generation, you're not going to get your money's worth. Yeah, it's going to be expensive. But seeing as like PS5 Pro is such a good system, it will be supported well into the next generation. So you'll still be able to enjoy that until like the real games start coming out to you. You're like, damn, dude, I got to upgrade. Enjoy and be grateful. Yep, absolutely. It should be about 180 though for a 4 terabyte. Should. I get it. 4 terabytes are $800 right now, man. I mean, honestly, Dave's, if I was building a PC, I would 4 terabytes is my minimum, dude. I have to have 4 terabytes. Just depending on all the games I'm putting on my systems, I have to. Even Junior, I put 4 terabytes in his. 1 terabyte is okay to get started. Nah, because I don't like having. Well, first of all, I don't like having anything on my C drive. No games, nothing. I don't like having any of that on my C drive. I have to have all my stuff just on a different one. Yeah, I think all of this one here has 10. My AMD has 10, and then my sim racing has 4. Actually, my AMD system also has an external drive that's 8 terabytes, and my sim racing has 5 gigs. Actually, it's got a standard SSD, a SATA. I kind of wish I would have bought a whole bunch of SATA drives when they were dirt cheap, dude. Honestly, I think next time prices go down for SATA and stuff, I'm gonna gobble up some memory. But I'm running a channel too, so I've got to have enough storage on each of my builds for like videos and stuff too. 2 terabyte SSD, which isn't great. I need 4 8. Oh yeah, dude. That's the biggest thing going PC is because you will buy a lot of games and they are digital and you will be buying a lot of storage. I mean, I've got enough. If I just cannibalized one of my builds, I could keep a whole bunch. $500 and cheaper. Nice, nice. If it runs Steam, the Helix might be worth it. I think so. I absolutely think Helix is going to be worth buying. I think PS6 is going to be worth buying as soon as everybody stops crying about digital media or physical media. I think GTA 6 is going to be well over 150 gigs, pushing maybe 200. I mean, dude, even Forspoken's 125, well, like 130 gigs, bro. Pick it out. I think buying a pre-built, from a reputable company should be all right. I have a 2 terabyte in my PC. I really need more, but not at these prices. My 2 Switch 2s both need a new micro SD card. Oh yeah, dude. Micro SD cards are like $400. Are you serious? Honestly, I feel like minimum you should spend on a PC, John Doe, going from like this generation of consoles, $2,500 minimum. Just put that in your mind, like, hey man, I'm buying a PC. I'm gonna spend $2,500 because everybody gets caught up with like, oh yeah, $1,600. It's like expensiver than a console, but yeah, dude, like you're getting bottom of the barrel parts. You start spending $2,500 or more, you're getting good parts. You're getting a good build. You're getting, potentially, like an actual good PSU and stuff like that. Like the more money you spend, like you are getting a better build. Hobby tags. Oh yeah, dude. I think gaming is still one of the cheapest hobbies out there. HP all the way. They have a lot of software to help a person out. Yeah, my first uh my first pre-built was a HP Omen. I liked it. It looked cool, man. Like I was pretty stoked about it. Not many people made fun of me. The only thing is when I put that 3080 in there, I had to legit cut some of the freaking case out because it was like small. So make sure that's the one thing. Make sure you're getting a full size case so you can upgrade. System to system pretty quick. I'm setting up 2.5 gig LAN soon. Nice. PS4 is still getting updates. The PS5 will get, oh yeah, dude, the PS5 is going to be supported all through next generation. I would bet my bottom dollar on that. 15 terabytes on your main rig. Nice. Nice. We're not lucky. We spent money for that storage. SATA is what I store all my videos on, bro. Like not my games. My games are stored on M.2s. My SATA is for like videos that I record. I want the SATA for the storage, like literally just for storage, not for gaming or anything like that, just for storage. 2 7.68 terabyte enterprise drives for around $400 each. Ooh, dang, nice. That spinning drive, bro, that I got, that thing is so slow. Multiple when they go on sale. 7600X for 135. No, that's a good deal. System drive and some HDD used to be normal. I got a 12 terabyte refurb for 250. Easy, no brainer at the time. Yeah. $990 Pro or go home for real. Could a boat stand for something? Break out another 1,000. Huh. And a pre-built with those parts at Micro Center for 1,800. Yeah, that's not bad though. $1,800 is a good. I mean, that's a pretty decent build. You know, especially if you're going AMD. AMD is like 1,800 to 2,000. Nvidia, you're looking at $2,500 minimum. Is my recommended starting point for getting into. Have you seen the? Yeah, I've already put a video up on it. The Sigraph DLSS5. Yeah, I put a video up on it yesterday or the day before. X870E 1000 watt PSU. Nice. Cheaping at the start is going to cause more problem. Oh, absolutely, bro. That's the thing. It's like everybody. So Pickle Diller, you got all these freaking channels that are coming out and they're like, oh yeah, buy this cheap shit, you know, and then you got people that legit like get mad at you for spending more money on PC. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, dude. You tell me not to buy a pre-built, but then at the same time, you get mad at me for spending, you know, money on like a $500 motherboard. You get mad at me for spending $500 on my AIO. Like, that's the whole reason you guys say not to buy pre-builts is because you get cheap trash. And so now you want people to buy cheap trash. That's why I don't take a lot of PC gamers super serious, because they're just a bunch of contradictions in the first place. So it doesn't matter. They just contradict themselves all the time. So I just don't take a lot of it seriously, because it's like you say the pre-builts are bad, but then you tell people to buy cheap parts. Like both of my X870E motherboards have got the IO that I want for me as a content creator and a sim racer and somebody that uses a lot of different peripherals and stuff like that. I need the IO. 7600 build. I ran that 9600X in my sim build for a while before I upgraded it to when I got that when Asus sent out the that Strix Neo board, I bought a 9700X for it. Or salute. Go ahead. Do it right the first time and not worry for 7 to 10. Exactly, man. Honestly, I think the thing that catches most people out is they shoot for freaking 4K monitors and shit. If they just went with 1440p and bought a $2,500 PC right now and a 1440p monitor, that shit'll last you 10 years easily. I'd honestly, knowing what I know now, the hardware that I have easily should last me 10 plus. It easily lasts throughout the whole next generation of gaming. But my standards of things have changed drastically since I started PC gaming. When I was still on console, 4K was the most important thing to me. Now I can legit play at 1080p and have an incredible time. Before, I was so fixated on 4K and 60 FPS, and now it's like, shit, dude, I'd rather have 120 FPS at 1080p than have 4K at 40 frames. I mean, think about it. I've got an RTX 5090 and I'd rather play on my 9070 XT, because honestly, my 9070 XT at 3440 by 1440p is absolutely incredible. I still get a high refresh gameplay. I still get incredible settings. My 5090 is incredible. I love it. I think it's an incredible build. Like it's way cool to have like a top of the line, you know, NVIDIA build. But at the same time, it's like, am I really getting more enjoyment out of playing at 4K, or am I getting a better experience on an ultra wide monitor? Text is good at 4K, but shit, I'm not reading text while I'm playing video games. I'm running around the countryside, man. I'm driving a freaking car. I'm doing something cool, man. Like, Most of my use is right here. Hey, man. All Froggy still looks good on 1440p too, man. FSR quality for gaming? Shit, I use performance on FSR and DLSS. I don't even care. More frames is better. Image quality already looks incredible to me. Image quality already looks good to me. Like I don't even performance looks absolutely fantastic. I actually run the 5090 at performance level just because I want that little bit softer look that I can get from that. I like the softer, more cinematic look to my games. Well, I use FrameGen on everything too now because it mitigates all the fluctuations and stuff, like frame spikes, frame time spikes and stuff. It just mitigates it all. You don't even feel it on a controller, so it's just like, and and I was literally just thinking that too, because before I got on this live, I was sitting here and I was playing some Crimson Desert, and I was on the 7900 XTX, and I had it at performance, FSR, ultra settings, frame generation on enabled, and everything. And it's like 150 frames, and it just felt so damn butter smooth that I was just like, "Holy crap, dude!" Like, we are living in one of the absolute best times for gaming that's ever been. I mean, we're able to have maxed out settings, high refresh, beautiful OLED. Like right now, like gaming is incredible. And 10 years old, and I was playing the same freaking 2 hour game more than 100 hours. I didn't give a shit. Games, my bloated Ubisoft games. And I'm like, holy shit, worlds and explore and shit like that. Are you lagging? It says I got excelente. I didn't have this thing out, so let me put it over here so we can watch it. It says I got excellent like upload speeds and everything, guys. It says it's oh yeah, nice. Honestly, I like AMD's frame gen probably a little better. You guys are back. Good now. Yeah, it says it's an excellent connection. The only time it ever starts messing up is when it goes yellow. Everything is yellow. I'm wondering if it's maybe caused by the little freaking ads and stuff. Refresh. Realized there was people in here. I know, blame Elon. Yeah, I blame Elon for everything. Damn it, Elon. Elon is a millionaire. No, it is a trillionaire. And then you got them stupid ass politicians who are like, there's no way. It's like, bruh, like, dudes building rockets, building shit that people actually want. Oh yeah, you should try it. Honestly, it's really good, man. It just makes everything smoother. I freaking love frame generation, especially playing on a controller. Man, it's like heaven. It's like heaven. It doesn't really do anything negative to my image. Never mind. I'm not going to say that because I have like apparently low standards for image quality because I like to play video games and my games look good enough to me. Maybe it's my old mindset from growing up poor. Now I just buy too much stuff. Actually, I haven't bought anything for a little while. Maybe I should buy some. I kind of want the Steam Machine, but I think I might just not buy that. I'm probably going to not buy that. Yeah, exactly my thoughts, Dave. Money's worth more today than it will be more tomorrow, so you might as well spend it when you get it. I like stuff more than money, so I have more stuff than money. No, I'm just joking. Don't even notice most of the blur. They don't. They don't. The only time people notice shit, Ollie Supreme is when Digital Foundry or somebody else points it out. Cause dude, those guys go out of their way to look for shit to be negative about. That's why, like, when I started reviewing stuff, like my job, dude, I don't go out of my way. I look for the experience. Like, how is the experience? Because that's more important to me than all the nerd numbers and all the nerd stuff, bro. But it is kind of cool, like the nerd stuff to get people hyped up and stuff, because you do want to be hyped. I mean, seriously, I can't even tell you how many products that I've bought for like cool sounding hype shit, or marketing or whatever, and bought it and never even use any of the features that like are part of it. You know what I mean? Like, how many phones have you bought and don't even use all the features and shit that they sell you with it? And you're like, oh yeah, like I'm not even joking. You're sitting there scrolling freaking YouTube or TikTok or freaking Twitter or Facebook or some shit like that most of the time. Maybe using your camera. Are you using all the extra features on your phones? I mean, these phones are like super capable of all kinds of shit, but we don't use it. Like, we're legit buying these to sit on social media. You know what I mean? It's like buying an Nvidia GPU to play video games, bro. You're buying a whole bunch of freaking stuff. You're buying a whole bunch of stuff, all the features of CUDA and all that shit just to play video games, dude. You're like literally flushing money down the toilet just to buy Nvidia when AMD can give you the same pretty approximate experience. Exactly. It took so long, Pickle Diller, to finally realize that, because I used to upgrade my phone like every year, but I was like, oh yeah, I'd get all hyped up on all the shit it could do, and then I'd never use it anyways. Bro, I remember buying the HTC 3D. Like, this phone was so badass it would take 3D photos and shit. I took maybe like 3 photos like that, and then I was like, oh, cool. Then I forgot about it. You remember like the phones that you could take like the front and back picture at the same time? I used that feature like maybe twice, but bought a phone just because of that. Like, so many times I'd upgrade every single year to get a phone. The only time I upgrade my phones now, I mean, I might upgrade every other generation or something. But honestly, the only reason you would upgrade your phone now is if they stop getting security updates. Settle Corsa Rally Thrustmaster T18 review. The AI changed your face. I was like, who is this guy? Which one? Let me look at my content. Let me see. Go over here. Oh no, let me do a new one. Boop. I'll change it until I can figure it out. Okay, I changed it. I'm uploading my video right now, guys, so don't everybody leave. You guys can watch it after the live stream, okay? You can watch it after. You guys can watch it after, okay? Ooh, PC for live. I like using AI. You know what the funny thing is I'm actually getting more views from the AI thumbnails. Can you believe that? I've been testing it now for a couple of weeks and I'm actually getting more views. So it's like, cool, bro. I'm not upset about it. I've been trying a few different ways of doing it though, like having them just make those ugly ass freaking things and like people click on them for some reason. Maybe AI is smarter than a lot of people think it is. I don't believe in space travel. I don't believe we went to the moon. Oh, we went to the moon. Do you want to know why I believe we went to the moon? Because people back then were actually legit credible and on point and very smart, like very smart. So I absolutely believe that we landed on the moon and walked on the moon and have been to the moon a few times. I absolutely believe that. Now, if they said we went to the moon now, I'd be like, yeah, maybe not. Yeah, whatever. I'd be like, that shit was AI created. No. You like the wheel reviews? Yeah, Thrustmaster sent that T818 out, and unfortunately, there's just not a lot of hype for that wheelbase, man, and that sucks because Thrustmaster. I'm not even joking, guys. I love my Fanatec setup, but Thrustmaster is on point. Like their force feedback and the way their wheels feel are just incredible. Are just incredible. Worth every penny. I mean, they absolutely are incredible products. Thrustmaster is a very, very good thing. And there's a lot of confusion out there now. Well, there's a lot of choice. And what happens when you get a lot of choice is, you know, it just convolutes things. Like 2 videos ago. Yeah, I just went in there and changed it. A54 is my phone. It's a cheapie, but oh yeah, dude. Honestly, I'm using like the right now I got the S25 plus. And then, I was thinking about getting like I was thinking about going Pixel phone, but I don't really care. Like the S25 plus is pretty cool. I like it. From PS5 is worth it because of backwards compatibility. No, not really. I don't think switching from no. If you've already got PS5 and you're already invested in it, I would just stay there. We have now. Would you think the obvious move or evolution would be full blown VR? Yeah, VR. See, VR is kind of on life support. I mean, I've got really nice headsets and nobody watches that content. I haven't right now. I'm live streaming, Bobby. I guess you could put another link in here and we can check it out again. If you're digital only, no MFG 10X. You like my thumbnails? I think the thumbnails are kind of cool. Yeah, more people should watch the sim content. I just, honestly, I if so the way YouTube algorithm works is they if when I put it out and you guys get the notifications or you see my video in the feed or whatever, if you don't click on it, then YouTube doesn't think it's a good video and so they don't show it no more. I built it a week ago and I got over 3,000 traffic and climbing. Nice. I like the wheel reviews. I don't know about that. Moza is just best bang for the buck in the DD space. Just not many cockpits support their bracket placing. I personally don't really care much for Moza. I'm not physically. I'm not. It's not physically attractive to me. I mean, when I tested it at CES, I just didn't care for it. It wasn't anything super special. I will say that their newer wheelbases, the R21 Ultra and the R25, those are definitely a lot more aesthetically pleasing than the old ones. Like I don't like the design philosophy of their older stuff at all. Like I think they're ugly. But the R21 Ultra and the R25 Ultra, those look okay. But I still don't like their wheels, man. I don't like their wheels. My favorite wheels are from Thrustmaster and Fanatec. I mean, I like Logitech's too, but Logitech's are a little bit more like generic. But I definitely love Fanatec wheels. Was whining on his video earlier today. I was laughing. Who? Daniel, who? Who the hell's Daniel Allman? Daniel freaking Owens? Halo's pretty good. It seems to run pretty smooth. VR seems like it untapped. Honestly, the I've got that Pimax Crystal 57 ppd, and like maxing that thing out on like the 5090 and the 9070 XT and stuff, it makes games look so plastic, dude. I'm just like, ooh. I would much rather play on my slightly blurrier freaking PSVR 2 because at least then the visuals aren't like overly plastic looking. But when you go for like a really high pixel density freaking VR headset, bro, it like really does make the visuals look horrible. It looks way too plastic for me. We are the first step to get the video to more people. It's crazy. Yep. That's really what they do is your subscribers, bro. If your subscribers don't watch it, then YouTube kills your video. My best videos are my PC stuff, followed by my sim racing stuff, and then like gaming videos. My gaming videos don't do good at all. Those are the ones that are like 150 to 300 views, and once if they don't climb to 1,000 within the first 24 hours, then they're cooked videos. That's why I've been putting out less videos so that you guys don't get super burnt out. Yeah. I've already tried the new Halo. It's good. Coffee mugs. That's why I was the first thing I ordered from your store. Nice. Maybe I'll make a whole bunch of them so you can have the whole collection. Watch all the videos, even if I'm not interested, like some racing wheels. It's good background noise. Well, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that, brother. I do try to be consistent. I try to put out I do upload every day. I'm trying to space my videos out to like 10 hours now. That's like on work days, you'll get one. You know, when I get off work, I'll put out my main video, and then I'm going to try to start uploading a sim racing video every morning at 8 o'clock. I'll just have it go live. Like today's video went live at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow's sim racing video. Well, I won't have a sim racing video up for tomorrow. The weekends, you know, I'll probably, they might be like full-fledged sim racing videos on the weekends. You know, it just depends on what I'm doing. But yeah, um, I'm gonna try to start uploading a sim racing video like at eight in the morning of the XR glasses. Yeah, I've got the ones that I've got. I haven't done a review on them yet, but I bought these just before going to CES, and then when we got to CES and we saw the X Reels, I was like, holy shit, dude, I might actually buy those. I kind of wish I would have waited a little while before getting my Xbox Ally X. I kind of wish that I would have got the. I'm not even joking. I kind of wish that I would have got the new Xbox Ally X that's coming with the XR glasses. Found your channel through that G. Oh, nice. Finally, someone with common sense. You know, I hear that a lot, bro, but then I also get a lot of backlash for it too because they're like, "You're not falling in line with everybody else." And I'm like, "Well, I never will. I'm against the grain because the grain is crap." But like I said on the Thrustmaster video, make a LMU team and have someone make liveries. Oh yeah. Yeah, I honestly, dude, I don't do a lot of LMU. I mean, I probably should. I mean, it does have GT3 in there, but I was getting into the LMP cars for a little while when they came to Automobilista 2, and then Automobilista 2 switched up their tire model and everything, and it runs AAA games pretty well. It runs them pretty well because you got a 1080p display on the Xbox Ally X. And so basically you can run them pretty well. Most of the time you can actually do pretty decent settings too at 1080p. I actually hooked my Xbox Ally X up to an eGPU, so I can play at 4K with a 9070 XT in there, and it runs good. Like, it runs pretty damn good. I was quite surprised. I mean, nowhere near the performance you get from a 9070 XT in an actual build, but it's pretty good. Hypercars are tough. Oh, I do have a load cell. I definitely have a load cell, but I jumped on it the other day on the Fanatec and I was locking my brakes up. And so I switched that up a lot. As soon as I get my podium pedals from Fanatec, um, I think I think things will be a little bit different. Like I've been trying to upgrade to a point where I really enjoy sim racing. I don't really do it competitively at all. I use it more therapeutically, but I do want to get like a good enough setup to where I'm like, and then podium pedals. They right when I saw those, I was like, holy shit, I want them. The only thing I was worried, the only thing I was kind of thinking is like, damn, I want the 3 pedal set, but I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to get the 2 pedal set. Cause I've already got my, my current set right now, the V3 inverted. I really love those, but I can buy because I got the Club Sport Fanatec, um, um, oh my gosh, what's it called again? Cockpit. They actually sell like an inverted mount for it too, so I'll be able to mount them invertedly like I like. Would 40 FPS ray tracing medium settings be realistic? Yeah, most of the time. Yeah, you can run ray tracing on it. On my base ROG Ally, it was my Z1 Extreme. You could still run pretty good on that one too. Two pedal on top. Yeah. I'm just gonna get the two pedal set. I talked to the Fanatec rep today and I was asking him, I'm like, hey dude, when are they gonna be back in stock so I can buy some? And hopefully August. They're thinking of switching from ultra wide so you can be ready for Final Fantasy Revelation on my 5070 Ti. Nice, nice. Would you recommend 32-inch 14? Uh, honestly, Cloud, I would recommend a 4K dual mode just because I think 32 inches is pretty much my sweet spot for a monitor, and 4K is probably where you're going to want to be. 5070 Ti should be able to do. I think 32 inches for. I would get a dual mode though. That way you can play 1080p. So as what will happen on a dual mode monitor if you put it in 1080p mode is your PC will output 1080p and you'll get the higher frame rate, higher refresh rate or whatever, but it also still upscales to 4K, so it doesn't look exactly 1080p. It actually looks a little bit better than 1080p. But if you start playing at that in the morning, it looks incredible. But if you play 4K first and then go to it, then you're going to be like, "Oh man." So that's like my thing, 4K dual modes are the best monitors to buy right now. I think 1440p is good. If you're going to do it, get a good 1440p, you're going to want to be at about 27 inches. And if you're okay with 27 inches I find to be a little bit too small for me. Um, and I think that a lot of people would probably feel that way as well. 27 inches is something that you get out of necessity because that's all you can get. 32 inches, 4K or 1080p actually works out to be okay. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to that Final Fantasy as well. Mm, so when I first started PC gaming, I bought a 27-inch 1440p and I bought a 32-inch 1440p, and it looked way better on the 27-inch. It looked a little bit more. It's fine on a 32-inch. Okay, I take that back. If you're running at a 40, if you're running on a 20 on a 32 inch at 1440p, you're going to need to use either DLSR um, if you're using NVIDIA, it's DLSR or whatever, dynamic super resolution. And if you're using AMD, it's virtual super resolution. So what you'll do is you'll run your game at 4K and then let it down sample. And so you'll get a nicer, cleaner look on a 1440p 32-inch monitor. But you're definitely well, see, the good thing is though, CloudForm is you can run your game at performance level and then downsample to 1440p. And even with FSR3 performance, I was able to still get clean 4K or clean, 1440p image quality because you're downsampling. So you're getting rid of all the flickering and everything anyways, because you're downsampling. So you're basically taking the 4K and smashing it down to 1440p. So it actually looks cleaner. But that's the only way to get clean image quality on a 32-inch 1440p monitor. That is a good option, and it does look good, but it's not as sharp as 4K, and it's not as clean as 1440p 27-inch. 27-inch has a lot higher pixel density, so you get a lot cleaner, tighter image quality. That's why my 39-inch ultra wide looks better than my 45-inch ultra wide. It's pretty much I'm back in the same predicament that I was with the 27 and 32 inches because I've got a tighter pixel density on 39, whereas my 45-inch doesn't have the pixel density, so it's not as clean looking, but it still looks nice. Do I think gaming PCs are a scam? No, absolutely not. Yeah, the PPI on 39 inch is definitely tighter than the 45 inch, and the same goes for the 27 and the 32 inch. I absolutely don't think they're a scam, dude. I bought a 5090, bro. 5090 PC. If I thought they were a scam, I would have just stuck with the console. Dual mode is probably your best bet because, especially for like a 5070 Ti, because because if you can stomach 1080p, and it's not even that bad. It's still high definition. Like it still looks good, maxed out. You know what I mean? Like it still looks good. 27 inches is like the bare minimum that I would buy though. Oh no, you're good. No, I don't think PC is a scam. I think the biggest scam is the grifters that get everybody all riled up over price and stuff like that. It's you already know that PC is worth it. Like you already know that. And anybody that's ever played games on a PC knows that. But we have this weird thing in the PC community where you got these reviewers out there that will tell you that like, oh, this isn't worth it or it should be cheaper. And I'm not going to name them anymore because you all know who they are. But who the hell are they when they get it free to tell you the value of a product? You know what I mean? It's like how do you gauge a product value if you're not in that if you're not that consumer? Okay. If you're a big channel that can easily, I look at somebody like me that is in that, like, that that tax bracket, or like your average, your average, what do they call it, like your average income, like that's comparable to other people, like in average income brackets or whatever. Those are the people that like are trying to buy it and still work a budget for their family and stuff like that. So they're going to know better what a value of a product is, as opposed to somebody that legit gets everything free and they make enough money on YouTube in significantly more than the average income. They don't know the value, bro. They don't know the value. Who the hell are they to how would they know the value? Have I ever tried using a TV as a monitor? Multiple times. I had that 42 inch LG monitor or TV before I got the before I went to the ultra wide, remember? Oh, absolutely, man. PC lasts way longer than consoles, and dude, you can legit buy a PC and still play that thing for a long time. Mm. Is a 4K TV worth it if you have a PS5 Pro? Absolutely. Oh, it is a PC worth it if you have a PS5 Pro? That's that's not necessarily an easy question to answer. PlayStation 5 Pro is a very unique piece of hardware that literally bridges the gap and blurs the line between what a high-end PC is and the cost of that. PS5 Pro is very unique in its ability to um, to display and generate a 4K image quality that actually looks really good, even compared to high-end PCs like my RTX 5090 or my 9070 XT. The PlayStation 5 Pro, image quality wise, really does hold its own. Performance is a different thing, like playing at 400 frames a second on an RTX 5090 versus the PlayStation 5 Pro 60 frames a second. Like, do you feel a difference? Absolutely. Is it incredible? Yeah. Is it worth it, the cost over a PS5 Pro? Probably not. Absolutely not, man. The PlayStation 5 Pro is uh, quite a unique, quite a unique product right now. The the way that PlayStation 5 Pro is built, and such a see, it's not just resolution, no, that makes the PlayStation 5 Pro a good a good experience. It's also the highly curated experience that you get along with that. Your games work good. You get nips and tucks in the image quality that balance, performance and all of that stuff. Like, it's a well-rounded machine that, like, on PC, like, PC is obviously like significantly better. It just is. But the fact that you get like such a highly curated experience on PS5 Pro, that like the HDR quality is better. It's a tough question to answer, man. Like, that is a very tough question to answer. I have a 45-inch Ultra Gear TV Evo OLED, 5K, 4K, or 5K, 2K, 165-inch dual mode, compatible DisplayPort 2.1, gaming monitor. Oh yeah, absolutely, bro. I saw those 5K 2Ks at CES. They are incredible freaking monitors, man. Like, that dual mode technology is very cool. Like, I love it. I also saw the dual mode freaking Samsung 6K monitors, bro. And them 6K monitors, the 3D 6K, I was like, holy shit, this is incredible. I was sitting there playing that, bro, and I was like, damn, this is good. You got it for 400 freaking dollars? Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, if you got a PS5 Pro for $400, bro, just I would just be happy with it. Honestly, it's good. Like, it is a good product. Oh, I just picked up a curved 1440p 27-inch monitor. 100. Oh yeah, absolutely, bro. 1440p is absolutely the best. And if you can get like an OLED 1440p monitor, just make sure the only thing you really need, the only reason why I say get OLED is because most of those come with HDMI 2.1, and it is absolutely essential for PS5 to have HDMI 2.1. If you don't have 2.1, you don't get VRR. If you don't have, you don't get 120 FPS. Like, you don't get a lot of the stuff that you need for it. A good ultra wide soon. Already decided with Froggy's help. Nice, nice. HDR on PC can. Oh yeah, dude. HDR on PC is hit or miss. A lot of people give me shit because I say AMD's got better colors. Well, AMD just gives you better HDR support on PC, anyways. That, I mean, you just get better because you can adjust the saturation of your colors. See, they're more than just peak brightness and peak and darkness on HDM or on HDR. There's a wider color gamut too. And the wider color gamut is my favorite part about HDR. I could care less about the freaking dynamic range. Like, I don't really, I mean, it is important. Obviously, if you've got like higher peak, higher nits or whatever, you can get more brighter colors and stuff like that. Um, but I like the color part more than I like the dynamic range of, detail and shadows and detail and freaking, like, I mean, that's great. It looks fine or whatever, but my favorite part of it is the color. And the AMD gives me a lot better control over that. So I get better. My HDR on AMD gets closer to the consoles. But I mean, with Xbox, you've got Dolby Vision, so you've got way better metadata for your HDR than you do with PlayStation 5. Now, PlayStation 5 deep color is very, very good. And it's, tied very closely to Sony's color science and stuff. And all my cameras are Sony cameras, and yeah, like, their color science is incredible. Why do some PC gamers act toxic towards PS5 Pro? Probably because they are suffering from probably because they feel like they spent too much on their PCs and PlayStation 5 Pro is so good and they're just like they're embarrassed. I would say they're embarrassed. Oh yeah, I have everything in HDR, which looks amazing. YouTube in SDR. Yeah. Greetings from Bulgaria. Hey, how's it going, my friend? How can I play with my 5090 and 4K 60 FPS high settings, DLSS balance, no ray tracing? How can you? Just turn off. What game do you want to play? Because 4K on a 5090, dude, 4K 60 is pretty easy to hit, even with ray tracing and balance. Yeah, like balanced DLSS balanced and ray tracing, you should have zero issues with that. Zero issues. Like you should just be able to turn everything on ultra and throw it on there. Maybe people just realize $1,000. Yeah. Spamming. Yeah. No spam. How long? Oh, how long? I literally think this is my reasoning, and you might not. If the next consoles come out and they are 9070 XT power, that means your 5090 is still going to easily be able to do the next 7 years of console, and then if the consoles after that are close to 5090 performance, which is double already of the 9070 XT, then that means that at least another 15 years minimum. I would say 15 years. Easy. 5090, you should, I mean, yeah, as long as the hardware continues to work, you should be able to use 5090 for a very long time. 4K 60, easy. You've got DLSS. Yeah, dude. Even performance DLSS is absolutely going to still give you, dude, you got 32 gigs of RAM. You got 32 gigs of VRAM. The 5090 is literally a beast card. It will last for a very long time. DLSS, yeah, 4K 60 should be easy for them for a while. You should probably be able to do 120 all next gen using those same settings. Ray tracing. The biggest thing with ray tracing, Ivan, or is it Yvonne Victoria? The biggest thing with the ray tracing is the path tracing. Okay, like normal ray tracing, the 5090 should have no problem. Okay, but when it comes to path tracing, it depends on how many bounces they add to it. If they've got 1 to 2 bounces, yeah, you should be all right. If they start adding more bounces, then you start to need more performance and stuff like that. So like, yeah, but I mean, you still got frame generation too. You'll still have frame generation that will absolutely be able to. The 5090 is built to last for a long time. Yeah, PS5 Pro supports 4K 120 FPS. Not all games are going to hit that though. I mean, I would just be content with 4K 60 on the PS5 Pro. The best MCU fan. I think that we have some of the most incredible hardware ever, and the software has just made it better. Honestly, you can honestly tell that both Nvidia and AMD are at a point right now where they make significantly more money selling hardware to AI guys, that they are trying to placate gamers for as long as they can with the hardware they're selling them, and that's why they're charging you more money, because this hardware is way better. This hardware will last longer and it is way better. My 5090 on your site. Okay. I want the PS6 to be 1440p 120. I think that the standard resolution for next generation consoles will be 1440p and everything will be upscaled from there. This generation it's like 864p to 1080p. Next generation will be 1440p that they'll be upscaling from because 9070 XT is legit 1440p hardware. Just like 5070 Ti high those are basically 1440p. So that's what you should be getting. I think upscale 4K is better too now. I didn't always feel that way, but I do now. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Is that Artem? Art? Yeah, I don't know how to say that, bro. I'll just call you official. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being a big fan. ATR is my name. Okay, ATR. What will NVIDIA bring to CES 2027 in software? DLSS 5 will be out this fall. We'll play 4K 60 in 2035. I don't know, but I'll be at CES. We'll find out. Native 4K is definitely better for movies. ATR. Are playing Madden when it drops? Absolutely not. I don't play Madden. Nobody plays Madden anymore. The microtransactions, remember? We've already got Gamers Nexus going after my beloved LG, so now I'm gonna have to start doing some freaking LG shilling. I'm gonna have to start shilling LG again. Oh boy. Gonna have to start shilling the wait, where the hell is that other video? Oh yeah. Imagine PS6. No, it's not gonna play no 200 FPS. Yeah, like I said, DLSS 5 looks horrible in the trailer, but I think it looks cool after seeing how the. I think it's gonna be pretty good. I actually liked the way it looked in the trailer too. The only game I didn't really like too much in it was Hogwarts. Oh yeah, absolutely. Native physical 4K disc and movies is definitely better than streaming. But dude, you guys can stream He-Man. You guys can stream Masters of the Universe. LG with free McAfee. Truly horrific stuff. LOL. Yeah, absolutely, bro. McAfee is just trash, bro. I don't recommend it. It's just I mean if you need it and you like it, cool, whatever, but I yeah. You got a question about the PS5 and currently using a Roku TV 720p for gaming. What should I upgrade to for a $500 budget? Honestly, bro, I'd buy a monitor. I'd buy the best 1440p OLED monitor you can find for $500. That's what I would do. I would go, let me see. Let me see what I can find for you. Um honestly, this monitor that I got is probably going to be your best bet. $500. $500 you could get a 1440p monitor, but for let me see 2025. I think I bought this in 2025. Yeah, here it is. Get a link. Get a link. Get a link. This here is $500 or $600, but this is a this here is a very, very good monitor. It's 32 inch, very, very good monitor. That's I use that monitor like every day. And this monitor, that monitor will give you the full bandwidth and everything of your PlayStation 5 Pro. And it's dual mode, so you'll be able to you could play it at 1080p too. Gamers Nexus. Game is Nexus. Hardware Unbox. Daniel Owen. Who do these guys think they are? For real. Do you try to play PC games on a 80? Oh, no, absolutely not. The biggest I ever went was 55 inch. Oh, 65 inch. 65 inch was the biggest I ever went on a TV. I mean, you could try it. I just feel like the PPI on an 83-inch TV, I mean, yeah, I guess it would look all right. Just run your games at 8K and downsample to 4K, and it'll probably look better. Nightmare on Box. I thought it all looked bad in the original trailer. It was cool, though, I believe. Yeah. Base PS5. Ooh, boy. Yeah, go for a 1440p on a base PS5. Let me see what else we got. 1440p. So 1440p, you're going to want 27 inch. Hopefully that's not too small for you. I absolutely recommend a monitor because then you can get like good HDR. This Nokin one is freaking 379. Sheesh, I would 10-bit. Let me see. Computer gaming HDMI display port. Just want to make sure this has, okay, yep, this one right here. This right here, 27 inch. This one's on sale right now for freaking $379. 27 inch QD OLED, 1440p, 280 hertz, PC computer gaming console monitor, HDR 400 HDMI, and this is QD OLED. So, and it also has built-in speakers, height pivot adjustable stand. Damn, that's pretty good, man. It's actually a pretty decent monitor. It has VRR. Yeah, no problem, brother. That monitor with the HDMI 2.0, that's the biggest thing you want for a PS5 is the HDMI 2.1. You got to make sure that that is a feature because that's the only way you're getting VRR support. It came with the new DP cables, so that was nice. Yeah, all monitors come with at least a DP cable. The Steam machine is a scam. Actually, it's not. It's not a scam. It is the only reason you'd be buying a Steam machine though is for the operating system. Yeah. Time Quest 2 looks like 80. Yeah, exactly. If I was going to go for a when you're okay, so a good rule of thumb is if you buy a bigger screen, like just like say you go 1440p and then you go like a 32 inch. Okay, obviously, you know, the smaller the screen, the better the PPI. If you go one size up, because you want a bigger one, you're going to need to downsample. So you're going to be using like virtual super resolution or NVIDIA's DLSR or whatever, because you're going to want to downsample to that. You're going to want to go high. You're going to want to output higher resolution and then downsample. Oh yeah, dude. That Steam machine doesn't look. I just want to get a decent looking monitor for PS5. Oh yeah, dude. Once you go OLED, bro, you're going from a 720p freaking Roku TV to an OLED monitor tomorrow. Yeah, dude, it's gonna blow your freaking socks off. PlayStation 5 looks very good on OLED. Like I'm not even joking. Like legit. Like you're gonna feel like it's a brand new. That's my biggest recommendation for base PS5 is a 1440p monitor, OLED, 1440p OLED monitor, because it looks absolutely fantastic. And you don't need a PS5 Pro. A PS5 Pro is good on a 4K display. But if you want to keep your base PlayStation 5 that technically sometimes has better performance, get a 1440p monitor because it will look absolutely fantastic. If I wasn't 155, $1,500, you get it. Oh, it's only $1,000. Yeah, you're welcome, ATR. You're definitely welcome. $77-inch LG G6. Hell yeah, bro. Well, you know what? It'll look good. The best part about it is like PlayStation 5 Pro with deep color science, honestly, on OLED looks fantastic. So, and with PSSR 2, the 4K image quality looks insanely good. And 77 inches, I'm assuming you're going to be at least 8 to 10 feet away from it. So, yeah, it's going to look incredible. Imagine playing the new freaking Final Fantasy freaking Revelation on that thing, dude. It's going to look absolutely beautiful. Should you get a switcheroo number 2? I like my switcheroo number 2. I granted I do not play it very often, but I do like it. And it's got pretty good third-party support so far, so it's not a bad console, and the image quality does look pretty good. I stand up and play in my living room, so 27 inches is perfect. Nice, bro. Oh, yeah. 27 inch for 1440p on a PS5 Pro is actually, or on a PlayStation 5 is perfect. Dark Armor, MSI, Black Shield, Asus, New Cutie OLED. Oh, yeah. Dude, those Asus monitors looked incredible. I did not stop at MSI's booth because they were doing like they were like showing other people around there, and they were giving like some YouTubers like preference or whatever. And so they wouldn't let anybody in while they were filming. And I just didn't have time to sit and wait for MSI, bro. So I just left. This has been like $1,200. Can't wait to try out all my games on. Oh, dude, it's going to blow your mind. Give or take. Staying up all night tonight? No, I'm probably only doing a 2-hour stream tonight. So probably like another 6 minutes or so. I just wanted to hang out with you guys for a little while. I got to wake up tomorrow and start the freaking floor in the living room or in the basement. Switch 1. Dude, if you've got a Switch 1 in a lot of games, absolutely buy a Switch 2 because it'll upgrade every single one of them to absolute freaking like hard locked 30 FPS or 60 FPS or whatever, dude. Like it absolutely improves the experience. And some games are automatically upgraded for it too. You're going to absolutely love OLED, man. OLED is beautiful for games. Once you go OLED, bro, it is so hard to go back. Actually, that's not true. That's not completely true. This monitor that I got is a freaking IPS monitor, and I think it looks fine. Yeah, I was playing Crimson Desert today before I went live. I might wake up and play a little bit tomorrow before I start doing the floor. Let everybody have a chance to wake up before I start running that concrete saw. PC gamers or console gamers? Actually, it's who's more toxic, PlayStation or PC gamers? Honestly, they're only toxic. I don't necessarily think the actual gamers are super toxic. I think it's more of the like content creators that are toxic. But yeah, they both get pretty toxic. They look amazing on the monitor. First games I would play is probably like Resident Evil 9 Requiem. I'd play some freaking Pragmata, will look fire. Um, Crimson Desert looks absolutely phenomenal on PlayStation. Um, what else? What else is there? Some Forspoken, bro. Ooh, I freaking love me some Forspoken. There's all kinds of games, man. Try the new Halo. Oh, I don't. The Splatoon game is good. Yeah, Junior was. I don't know if Junior's going to buy it or not. Yeah, some PC gamers are mean. Oh, that is awesome. Glossy Sony. 77 QD, 77 inch or 83 inch. 10 feet. Yeah. Like if you're 10 feet away from it because it's a big screen, like it'll look fantastic. 4K is actually designed so you can get up close to it too. Yeah, actually it does look good. It will look good on a 1440p monitor. Everything is going to look way better on a 1440p monitor than looking at it. I mean, dude, you're going from 720p to 1440p. Like that's already a massive jump. Red Dead, we get a PS5 update. Maybe. I mean, sounds like Ghost Recon Wildlands is. Well, that obviously, since less colors. I am Christian. Unapologetically Christian. Will look nicer either from the resolution or, oh yeah, dude, everything's going to look fire on freaking OLED, man. OLED is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. God bless you too, my friend. You're welcome, man. Enjoy that 1440p monitor, man. You're going to freaking love it. You're going to love it. I just like helping people get freaking cool stuff that they're going to be happy with, man. And then helping them. My job is to help you validate the stupid purchases that you make so that you can be happy. There's too many people out there trying to destroy everything we buy, man. We got to protect the things that we love. You know that, right? Like we have to defend and love and cope and freaking shield the things that we love, or the other people are going to destroy it. The biggest gamer grifters, I don't know who the biggest ones are, but there are definitely plenty of them. Samsung OLED super wide, nice. Monitors absolutely make a massive difference too. Do playthroughs? I've got some playthroughs on this channel, but nobody watches them. Sadly, I'm not very good at like talking and playing at the same time. I mean, dude, I live streamed like all of like the end of Black Flag, like 7 hours of it, and I had like 7 or 8 people that came and watched. I think we had like 11 people watching playing Black Flag. Just went ultra wide and it's nice, but takes a lot of getting used to it first. Yeah, play it first with open world games and racing, and then I find it very hard to play first person shooters on it, but open world games and stuff like that look fantastic. Streaming games, it distracts me. Yep, exactly. I can't stream and play games that easy. All right, my friends. Well, I'm going to get some sleep. Thank you all for coming out tonight and hanging out with me. Um, maybe I'll do another live stream tomorrow. Who is the Gaming Rift 11? Is one of them dude is a fraud? Oh, I don't even know who that is. But all right, my friends, I will see you guys later. Try to get on tomorrow after my hard work. Have a good night.